Hi guys, my name is Annie and now I would like to share with you my research. So my topic is about children's perspective regarding to the design of the outdoor environment. As we know, the design contribute to building up a quality environment. The good design can create differences in offering opportunities for children learning and development. There is a range of research focusing on the design of outdoor spaces for children. So let's quickly look at the theoretical framework and literature review. Childhood study, Reggio Emilia approach, and theories of environmental psychology emphasize the importance of seeking children's perspective in building a physical learning environment. Besides that, many research emphasizes the necessity of involving children's voices in the design process. According to Barris and Millers, adults tend to dominate the design of the environment. Children are not as involved as they should be in the design processes. Their voices have recently been silenced. Their perceptions and understanding of design have been underestimated. Therefore, the study of Beasley explored factors that were compelling to children in the natural environment through listening to their voices. They found that affordance for creative, active, multisensory, connoisseurship, and connection contributed to making a compelling environment. Also, the study of Olomi used children's viewpoint to evaluate the quality of the outdoor environment in Malaysia. They found that children have innate bright, positive, and cheerful view of the world. Environmental characteristics such as safety, accessibility, sociability, and amenity play a critical role in improving the quality of the environment. Moreover, the study of Meriwether also explores children's perspective of the outdoor environment in American. Their findings emphasize the importance for children of being able to pretend, move, observe, and be social. Additionally, the study of Chen and Wang showed that children were competent to evaluate the quality of the physical environment that affected their life. As we can see, many research focus on children's views in terms of outdoor spaces. However, much of them are from overseas resources or focus on school-age children. Not many investigations focusing on early childhood settings. Therefore, there is a real need for research on the design of outdoor space in Australian early childhood settings with a focus on children perspective. That's why the current study was conducted, providing an opportunity to answer two questions: what elements of the outdoor space that children are interested in? Also, what aspects do children want to improve in the design of the physical environment? About the research methodology, the current research used the qualitative approach to collect children's opinion. It took over 3 weeks into early childhood centers in Bankstown area, which were based on their differences in the outside playground. There were 10 children aged 4 to 5 years old participating in the study. The research also used two main methods to collect children's perspective, such as drawing and individual interview. Firstly, the participants were encouraged to draw a map of their favorite playground. Later, they were engaged in the informal conversational interview and then the semi-structured interview. The purpose of this informal interview was to remain as open and adaptable as possible to the interviewee. Meanwhile, the semi-structured interviews were to keep the research focused on the desired line of action. The open-ended questions were provided relating to research objectives. Then common characteristics and themes in children's answers were identified for analysis. So this is what the research have found. The first thing, the research found that there is a common in children's answer, that is satisfaction on the playground. When the participants were asked to draw their favorite playground, 80% of them reported that their satisfaction with the current playground. They also drew pictures by using shapes, lines, and symbols to demonstrate spaces and equipment existing in the playground. Other 20% also described their ideal playgrounds. They added other equipment and space, which are lacked in the center. The participants also demonstrated their understanding of the importance of the outdoor environment. Most of them also used words relating to gross motor activities when describing the role of the playground. The second finding is in terms of children's favorite places. When participants were asked about their favorite place in the playgrounds, they came up with different ideas, accompanied with their explanations. There were 4 areas which children found as the most compelling. Physical equipment area was most frequently mentioned, accounting for 50% of the total responses. It included the monkey bar, swing, slide, climbing wall, and obstacle course, in which children could expand their gross motor skill. The participants used words such as down, up, jumping, running, riding, sliding to describe their movements when using the physical facilities. Followed by was the sandpit with 20%, garden 20%, and the construction areas with 10%. The participants were also asked the reason why they found those places as the most interesting. Through their responses, the researcher identified 4 important factors which influence children's choices to determine their favorite places. And the table 1 below will present the factor with definition. They include sense of competence, control, creativity, and feeling of privacy. The third finding is about factors contributing to the quality of outdoor environment. When children were asked about parts of the playground which they didn't want to play or things they would like to improve, very few participants make direct statements like, I don't like this play because, or this thing should be improved. Rather, this word infers from the conversation when children engage in the drawing activity and share their own experiences with each area in the playground. Through children's responses, the researcher identified several factors which could help to improve the quality outdoor playground. They are accessibility, physical features, maintenance, and safety. So, in terms of accessibility, the participants' responses implicated the meaning of access to facilities. Accessibility was mentioned when children felt restricted in their opportunity to use some equipment or material. It could be the prohibition from parents and educators in outdoor playground. However, the personal experience of children also play important roles in influencing their quality evaluation, rather than any limitation imposed. When were asked if they could access the material easier, would they like it? The participants both say yes. If they have good and fun experiences with any area or equipment, they would give it a positive evaluation. The second factor is about physical feature. The conversation with the participants also mentioned with the physical feature of the facility in the playground. They include appearance, texture, size of the materials, and others. 40% of the participants judged some facilities negatively due to the difficulties in using them. The main reason was the lack of assistance and the inappropriate for children's level. 20% of the participants thought some facility was too challenging. Meanwhile, the other 20% report that some facility were too boring. Next, in terms of maintenance, some participants reported some poorly maintained equipment affecting their play. It's noted that some poorly maintained places in children's perspective were usually ignored by educators. The educator has also noticed this problem but didn't take action yet. The next one is about safety. The participants show their sensitivity to environmental hazard. For example, the center B was in the residential area, next to the main street where traffic light is so heavy. Therefore, the children here reported noises as a hazardous factor. Besides that, the participants also show concern for their health when recognizing the hazard in the outdoor space. For example, children 4 revealed the reason why she rarely came to the garden. I dare you to play there. There was a lot of mosey in the bush and I often have mosey bite. So from the finding, we can go with the discussion. The first point is that the importance of the playground, how children value the playground. It was clear that the outside playground is very important for the children, which is in line with the study of Meriwether. Children make many positive comments when talking about the outdoor playground, which show their satisfaction with it. In their responses, the outdoor environments were described as a place which related to being comfortable, relaxed, secure, and calm. It was also a place where children could engage in physical activities, release stress, and enjoy the natural environment. The second point for the discussion is about children's play preferences. The children in the current study refer places where they could develop their sense of competence. According to Lily, the sense of competence helps children recognize that they are capable to tackle the challenges and tasks, which promote their excitement and satisfaction, thereby increasing their interest in an activity or place. The children also refer places which provide them with a sense of control, which also reflected in the finding of autonomy. The sense of control allows children to take lead in their play. Also, it helps children to connect with other peers and effectively engage them in their play. Moreover, children prefer places which create opportunities to express their creativity. The study of Beasley also strongly emphasized on creativity affordance, which is one of the elements making the playground compelling to the children. Therefore, educators should design the outdoor environment with rich possibilities to expand children's creativity. Finally, children also refer small and less open exposed areas, which create a sense of privacy. The importance of these places is also found in the research of Beasley, as children will need hiding places to escape from social pressures. The third point of the discussion is about the challenging factor in the environment. In the current study, children expressed what they found frustrating in the environment, what was beyond their ability, as well as suggested solutions to promote challenges or support them in their play. They raised many problems which had not been recognized by the educator. They judged the facility in the playgrounds basing on a particular factor, such as accessibility, physical features, maintenance, safety, which also found in other research. Therefore, it seemed that educators should take children's perspective into consideration. How Meyer and Rose suggest educators to apply a concept of universal design for learning, which encourage educators to consider all aspects of the environment. Educators must ensure that the environment is accessible for everyone. The materials are provided enough so that children can be engaged and not arguing over limited resources. Also, the facility should be kept novel, and it should be balanced between difficulty levels and children's competence. Importantly, spatial elements such as light, height, noise, space, and colors should be also taken into account. So, can children contribute to improving the quality of learning environment? Children can raise many issues which are not recognized by educators. They not only express their views about the quality of the outdoor playgrounds, but also the whole experience of the learning environment. Therefore, this research has demonstrated that children can contribute their perspective to the quality assessment. This is in line with other research which emphasize on children's capabilities in building a quality learning environment. When children are provided with the opportunity, they can contribute to the change in the environment structure. Children can make suggestions for the improvement, in particular for the outdoor playgrounds and equipment within the playground. It could be beneficial if the outdoor environments have more flexible facility so that children could independently make decisions and achieve what they desire from the environment. Lastly, the negative feedback of children provided educators with ideas about the quality weaknesses of the physical environment. If educator puts more efforts to investigate and take cues from children's response, they can effectively collect children's opinion. From there, we move to the conclusion. The findings help answer the two main questions of the study. They also provided the evidence that young children were competent to contribute their perspective to improve the quality of the physical environment. Children's comment could raise quality issues for early childhood settings. Therefore, the study suggests educators to take action. Firstly, educators should design the outdoor environment with rich possibilities to expand children's creativity, sense of competence, control, and privacy. Secondly, facility and material which are well designed, appropriate to children's ages and capabilities should be provided. Thirdly, durable resources should be selected and well maintained. Fourthly, educators should consider all aspects of the environment, including spatial elements. Next, children should be encouraged to contribute their opinions in developing the physical environment. And finally, their perspective should be valued so that the improvement can be made. In terms of limitation, the study has several limitations. Firstly, the drawing methods were not effective to collect children's opinion. The children tended to draw something else, which were not related to the discussed topic. Also, this method was time-consuming and did not elicit much information. Therefore, most of the data were collected through interview. Secondly, the research was only conducted with a small number of participants from Jewish healthcare services. Therefore, the findings may not provide a comprehensive view of children's perspective. Moreover, the study did not explore how children's perspective changed after educators implement improvements. Therefore, more research should be focused on this topic to gain a better insight into the children's perspective regarding to the outdoor environment. I have completely presents my research, and also thank you for listening. Sorry for the interrupting during the presentation.